My name's Geoffrey. I'm the author of The Albatross Around the Neck of Albert Ross. As a writer, it's always fun to find stories in unusual places. And today I'm going to tell you a story about a big-hearted spoon. This spoon, exactly. Its name is Emory, and this is its story. Emory, a spoon. Whether spoons have thoughts, we cannot say. But we can say with certainty, spoons live in sets. Some in sets of 4, some in servings of 8. We can imagine that there is comfort for the spoon that has a set. In a set, there is always someone to wash with, enjoy soup with, or catnap next to in a drawer. Emory is a unique porcelain serving spoon and looks a bit like a white inverted turtle. His handle is rounded, and his head, the small, shallow bowl that holds jam, is a lovely oval that recalls a beating heart. Emory is unique and has no set. Being small and not made for cereal or soup, he and his dish serve jelly. Sometimes they serve salad dressing, but that's only for Sunday entertaining. He was too small to stay with the larger silver serving spoons. He might chip. He was too awkward to sit in the stuffy china cabinet with the platters. So Emory met his dish at table, seated in strawberry preserves. Being cheery was a way to stave off the pains of growing up in a household ruled over by a cook who whacked her cookware with fists, boots, and ladles. She ran her kitchen with fierce efficiency and placed pots, pans, bowls, and cutlery in their proper place, and there they would stay. After a wash and a dry, cook never knew what to do with Emory. It was unique, and therefore a problem. Sometimes Emory was put on a shelf, sometimes he sat on the windowsill, sometimes Emory was just left in the dish rack until the next day's breakfast. Waiting for morning does not bring relief. The spider that lives in the corner would frighten Emory, shouting unnerving things to make him worry. Sooner or later, that cook's going to take you and put you in a drawer and lock you away. Or, one of these days, cook's going to break you and toss you in the trash. The spider made him shiver. Emory wished he stood up for himself more, wondering if turning your back is really the right answer. But one day it happened. Spider was right. Emory was mistakenly placed in a drawer. He was alarmed. It was dark in the drawer, overly crowded, like a rush hour train station. Emory felt out of place and uncomfortable. The next morning at breakfast, Emory sat in strawberry preserves, distraught from his previous night. He told his dish, but Dish did not understand. Dish had her spot in the cabinet. That was her life, and she was used to it. So Emory chose to be chatty and charming, hoping to go back to his cold windowsill or his shelf and the despicable old spider. But no, cook stuffed Emory in the drawer with the odd-shaped forks and sharp knives once again. They were all very orderly and not very friendly. One fork sneezed when Emory said hello. Another looked right past him and folded into its group. A small knife waved to Emory until another large knife came to put it to bed. With a shrug, Emory went to sleep too. The next morning must have been special. Cook placed Emory in orange marmalade, so he sat upright and acted very proper. When breakfast was over, the holiday was over too. He was back to the wash, back in the drying rack, and back in the drawer. In the morning, in his strawberry jam, Emory told Dish that it was not as bad in the drawer as it was the first night. It was dark, but there were no spiders. Emory was frightened of the spider when it first set up its web in the corner. Then, after brief introductions, it was just a grumpy old spider. Dish never met a spider. She met a fly once and was wary of meeting another. Dish thought Emory was very brave, being shuffled around to so many places and not getting lost or chipped. Emory smiled at Dish and said, "I'm not brave. I am frightened all the time, but it's going to be all right. I take a piece of our mornings that we share together and magnify it in my mind like a beam of sunlight. It becomes like a key that unlocks my heart and keeps me free inside." Thank you very much. We'll see you again next time. Bye.